I'm the chairman of the board of management of the Kenya Hospital Association, which runs the Nairobi Hospital. We are just to be here with the CEO and some of the board members and the trustees that you see here. But on the way here, as you can imagine, the Nairobi Hospital has been receiving a lot of attention. And on the way here, I got a call that I couldn't not take. What he's saying is, what we requested by the tender process for the supplier to deliver is not what the supplier delivered. As simple as that. And that is clear. It's not what the supplier delivered. And because that happened, then we went into a process of discussion and arbitration, as it were, so that we can agree on what happened that he did not deliver and how to deal with that situation. But that supplier, as you saw in the papers as well, that does not, we have challenged that, and the amount of money that is in dispute here, I can tell you for certain, cannot take this hospital into insolvency, for sure. I can tell you that. I think maybe that's as much as I can comment regarding that issue of insolvency. Thank you. There is any kind of interference, if it has been, let me say it has not been overt. As where we sit as a board, I have not felt an overt interference. It may be covert, and as I told you that we are Kenya Hospital Association, and through membership and jostling, trying to get numbers into the voting block, there may be that kind of interference, which is basically the day-to-day politics of any association, just like you're seeing it in the country now. But from the board level, all I can say is that I have not felt overt interference. No one has come to me to tell me that we would like this delivered, we'd like to do this. Having said that, let me say that we have had a lot of support. I wouldn't call it interference. We have had a lot of support from arms of government, who, because of the nature of the hospital being a regional and national heritage, would want to see the hospital stabilized. And that I am grateful for as the chairman of the board. That support is very welcome. Anyone who's willing to support us in a way that stabilizes this institution and removes and makes us more stable into the future, particularly for the region that this hospital is a national heritage, is a symbol of a national heritage, that is welcome. But all other undue interference may be covert, and that, you know, we tackle it at governance level. We have structures which we are continuing to improve. Our articles of association, now we are as an association saying we need to relook at them so that we manage our affairs internally before they can go externally. And that is something that we as a board are seized of and are really working on to ensure that we have articles that preserve the heritage that this hospital is to this country. Thank you. The other question you asked is the issue with the insurance companies. It's obvious that the action of the insurance companies has affected the operations at this hospital. That is very true, and we cannot hide from that. But all we are persuading our partners in this regard is that we are playing from the same side of the team. If you tackle your team player very hard, you only lose as a team. Our goal, our converging point as people who are in healthcare delivery, our converging point is the restoration of health and well-being of our patients. That is our converging point. All other differences we have as stakeholders are differences that we can resolve amicably without hurting our ultimate utility, which ultimate utility is making accessible good healthcare to the people who seek it. And this is our plea. This is our plea as an institution, that we want to make healthcare accessible, especially when we have promised people that we are going to make it accessible for you. That when we have done that, we want to make it accessible to anywhere, to anyone who would require that kind of healthcare. I don't know whether Seth I've covered what you wanted.
Maybe just to add.
Yes, yeah. Maybe the CEO could add.
Maybe just to add, remember you talk about the policy revision. So remember the initial contestation was about the nominal price adjustment that we did. Last Monday, we met the CEOs of these major insurance companies, and we went, I don't know whether you can hear me. Okay, this is dead. I don't know whether is this better? You can hear me better. So what I was explaining is that we met the insurance leaders, the actual CEOs of this insurance company, and as part of the goodwill that we are showing to them, we went back on the tariffs that we had.
You know, you have to repeat that again.
I was making about the fact that these are our stakeholders, and the conversation with our insurance partners will always be continuous. It's not going to end. I mean, we've been talking to them for the last 3 years, even when we didn't have sticking points with them. The point we are making is, yes, we made a nominal, and this is important. You've had so many figures being thrown around about 61%. No sensible person in business can increase their prices by 61%. It's not possible. It was a misinformation and a disinformation that happened, but we are here to clarify the point. The nominal price adjustment was averaging about 4 to 5%. But even with that, what we've done is that we met the insurance CEOs and we agreed that in good faith, as we continue the negotiations, we are going to suspend those adjustments. So as it is, those adjustments are suspended. So if the main sticking point from our insurance partners and friends was the price adjustments, which was nominal, we've rescinded it. So it's not there. So from the baseline, we are saying we are where we were before the notices were given. So our conversation, which is ongoing, we are meeting all these CEOs from last week, even this afternoon I'm meeting some of them. We are continuously deliberating with them. We believe we'll make a breakthrough on it. We also have our own asks that we are making, including a lot of things that we want them to do for us. They also have several asks that they're asking us to do. We'll meet a middle ground, because you see, negotiation is about win-win. We can't get everything we want, neither will they get everything they want. But we'll converge our thoughts and we'll reach a place where a middle ground where we feel it's a win-win. And we are very positive that's going to happen. We will restrict ourselves to just responding to what affects us as Nairobi Hospital. You've looked at the media today, the newspapers, there are stories about industry-wide stories, which we don't want to get involved in. Those are not part of our grievances. Ours will be restricted to the conversations we are having with them, and we are positive that, with the show of goodwill from our side and also their side, we should be able to tackle it. In ending this, because it's important we get the right information out, we are open for business. All our patients who come, we are open. Our doctors are there, our nurses are there. If you walk around, you see we are still having patients working in the hospital. Our facilities are open. We are ready to receive all our patients and treatment. Thank you very much.